TheChairShot.com. Always use your head.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DWI podcast. My name is PC Tunney. I'm your commissioner and the commissioner
Of the United States.
of Dem Dare Americas, and I am joined, as always, by the man, the myth, the legend, the other half of the world's greatest tag team never. It's him, it is him, it doth be the DPP.
He got it right this time.
I got it right this
Said
time.
he said the opening right.
I will have a drink for that.
Good for you. I'm gonna say, just
I'm
to get
gonna
it out
sing the
there.
whole show. No, I'm not.
Fuck you, WWE 2K26. Fuck
Wow,
you.
what? Uh-oh.
Fuck you.
Should
Fuck
you and
that.
Chris
It's
be
over.
having like a conversation
Done.
here? He is pissed off too about it.
Done.
Yeah,
Easy mode. That's all I gotta say. Easy.
yeah.
Just awful.
I get
Just-
mad at that too.
Just awful.
Like if I put it on easy, like make it so easy that I want to play on the next level up. If I'm really looking for something like that, because otherwise I'm really looking for it to be that easy. I don't want to have to do anything more than once, except for maybe the final challenge. But
Right.
3 is too many.
Yeah. Wait till you get to 6 times and trying to do all the objectives. You get to the last one to go to the cutscene to come back to get put in a submission hold that you can't get out of, and you tap out. Every time. Easy mode.
Well, I'm sorry for that.
Waste of time. Waste of
Yeah,
time.
It is. It sucks. 'Cause
I
you
don't
just want
want to
get
even
through it.
bother. All I want to
Yeah.
do is unlock the shit,
Right.
and
Well,
then,
that was-
you're stuck with that bullshit.
So that was
Fuck you.
that was Platt's gripe, is he bought like the ultra unlimited edition or whatever, the most expensive one, thinking that he would just have it all, but you still have to go unlock it.
Still got to go through all the stuff. Still got to go through the modes.
Yeah.
Dumb. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, since we're not into wrestling yet, we did go see Mandalorian and Grogu. We saw it on a super screen
Yes.
in 3D, and I thought that was a great way to see it, because before we get to our thoughts on, its place in Star Wars, how that movie was in general, and what we thought of it overall, and a little bit of intricacies here and there, because Dan's not on Bandwagon Nerds all the time anymore, but he is a part of Bandwagon Nerds, that's for sure, and always welcome, and he knows that, and I'm sure he'll be dropping in again sooner or later. But I thought that as far as the action part of it and being that type of Star Wars movie, it was perfect, because that screen was large and the 3D was, I thought it was pretty impressive. I thought it was nice, and the sound was really nice. I got us a row down so we get the sound behind us, right? Was that good enough? Did I do well?
Nice. That's beautiful. You always.
Thank you.
I mean, always done. Always done.
I try to
beautifully.
get the seats. Those seats, I don't think there was anyone behind those seats. It's like the blocked off part underneath the projector. So if you can
Yeah.
have a seat that's not the top row and no one's behind you, that's the perfect seat.
That's the spot. Yeah, nobody to worry about. There's only a couple people in there anyway, or in the front.
It was
That's
like
it. So it was like
it was maybe
perfect.
20% full.
It's great.
And it was all
Yeah.
the people right in the middle, right in front of us. We all had the best seats full, but so go ahead.
I'd say that the 3D is fantastic, and I thought Mandalorian did it really well, to be honest with you. Like, it was nothing that they tried to do, because a lot of those movies will be like, oh, we have to do something just to say, look, we 3D cool. Like, they didn't really do that. It was just the movie, and
Right.
in 3D
Right.
it looked great. Like, it was nothing like, oh, they just did that because they have the 3D ability. Like, no. And like, those kind of movies are perfect for it, because like those action scenes and anything in the the ships when they're flying and dog fighting and things like that, it's really cool to see that in 3D, because you really kind of get that extra effect that makes it look really cool. And it was just a fun movie. Like, there was nothing, it wasn't a needle mover, it wasn't anything fantastic. Like, it was in its own lore of the Star Wars era, and it was just awesome to watch. It was just fun.
I enjoyed it. I didn't put too much into it, because I knew it was going to be like a 3 or 4 episode movie of the Mandalorian, and that's what it was.
Yep.
It should almost be called The Adventures of Mandalorian and Grogu, right? Just because you got exactly what you should get with it. It didn't need to be the entire universe didn't need to be at stake. It was just a story about this place and time between these people, right? And it did have some larger effect at some point. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. They got to get a couple more out of this. I'd love to explore more of the lore of Mandalore, if you would. They did that in the show. They kind of went there with the other Mandalorians who take their helmets off and everything. But I enjoyed Rhoda, the Hutt, the story with the Hutts. I think that broadens kind of the Mandalorian scape. Now he's got kind of history in another place. So, they're just going to keep move along and taking care of business. There's Ray Cash. Uh-oh. Shout out to
so much.
Kung Droid. Great marketing between Star Wars and Mortal Kombat. Okay, there we go. Show that one.
Yes.
Good to see you.
Yeah, it was perfect. I like the Hutts being back into that, and it kind of ties a lot of that more together too. That and seeing a jacked up Hutt was writing out Hutt was pretty awesome. Very different and cool to see them like actually have in action. Like usually, when you saw Jabba and all that, it was just
sitting there,
just
laying there,
kind of hanging out. And this time they were actually getting into some fights and stuff, and it was like, wow, yeah, okay, I liked it. I thought it was really fun.
No, I had a good time too. So I think the next thing we're gonna go check out is the new Spider-Man movie.
Spider-Man. Right? Spider-Man's next, I think, on the list. I gotta watch last season to Daredevil there.
Was there one or two things we saw in the hallway there on a poster that was coming that we didn't know about? I thought there was one with a really good cast that we saw.
There was one with a good cast with Sam Rockwell. What was it called? Oh, let's see. What's he got coming out?
You got it?
3 Billboards? Was it 3 Billboards?
No, I think that's old.
That's old? What kind of order is this bullshit?
I don't know. Is that not old?
It is. It is old.
Well, I mean...
Why do you put it in the right order?
3 Billboards
Google.
in Mississippi. Do I have to do this?
I mean...
Upcoming Sam Rockwell.
Wild Horse 9.
Movie.
That was it. It was Wild Horse 9.
Yes, it is. It's Wild Horse 9.
There you go. Sam Rockwell, John Malkovich, Steve Buscemi.
There you go. Yes, those were all the people that we were looking forward to see a movie with. All right, well there you go. So there's a little pre-show, pre-wrestling chatter. But we're gonna discuss this previous week and the upcoming weekend here. Sunday, by the way, Sunday. Don't forget, Clash is on Sunday. But right now, let me tell you about. Oh boy, I can even put it up on the screen here. Look at this. Check this out, guys. How about go to prowrestlingtees.com/thechairshot. Check it out. Plenty of great t-shirt designs. Makes a great gift for the wrestling fan in your life any time of year. That's prowrestlingtees.com/thechairshot. All right, DP is going to play a quick commercial, and when we come back, we're going to get into Saturday night's main event. This is DWI. What number? 520? I asked you.
522.
522. Don't drink and drive. Drink a podcast.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
This is your boy Kenny Killer telling you to make sure you check out thechairshot.com, bringing you breaking news, interviews, podcasts galore, everything pro wrestling. Make sure you check it out, thechairshot.com.
Thechairshot.com. Always use your head.
Thanks for tuning in, Ray, you jackass.
Riveting.
He probably wasn't loving the dead air of us. What? Where were we looking up Sam Rockwell's
the Googling of Sam Rockwell movies?
I will look up 12 more Sam Rockwell movies if it pleases me, sir. Ray Cashington's the
42,
94th.
man.
Yeah. Okay, tune in for the next 3 hours as we go over transcripts of Sam Rockwell movies. Oh my goodness. At least it made me laugh. All right.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
There's a bunch of good Sam Rockwell movies.
Oh man, I was just thinking about Matchstick Men the other day too. I want to watch that one again. That was a good one.
Never seen that.
Oh, Nicolas Cage, Sam Rockwell, really good movie.
Speaking of Nicolas Cage, Spider Noir is out on Amazon Prime. We'll be covering the first 2 episodes this Saturday live on Bandwagon Nerds and Monday morning for all of you listening on the Chairshot Radio Network. I wanted it to be I wanted it to be Chair Shot Podcast Network, so we could have been CSPN. Someone didn't like it. Someone more powerful than me. There's only one more person more powerful than me. So we all know who didn't like it. So send your hate mail to the Kingpin. Ray, I'm not going to sit here and have you talk. Where do you mean, where's the Greg DeMarco show when you need it? It's on Chair Shot Radio Network. Go listen to that then and leave us alone, Ray. Look at this guy.
You know,
He's
for someone who complains that we start too early, he's sure chatty.
Why don't you just jump in?
No, I don't want to talk to him.
Okay, well, Dan said no. Although I'm sure he's kidding. I was kind of underwhelmed by Saturday night's main event. I mean, it was kind of, paint by numbers a little bit. I'm glad that they went with Jade and BFAB and Michin going over there. It went more. The Soul Becky match was, we said it was just
a
kind
match. 2 minutes.
Right.
What was that?
But we're going to have it at Clash now. So we kind of called that too, right? She's going to win so that she actually earns the IC shot. Yep. Penta versus Ethan Page, I thought was probably one of the better matches of the night. Irresistible Forces lose again. And where did Logan Paul get hurt in that match as they retained?
I think it was at the end when Dawkins did the flip over the top rope and landed on Logan Paul, and Logan Logan ducked and fell forward. And he landed on top of his head and back, and he pushed him down as opposed to catching him and falling backwards. I think that's maybe where it happened. Okay. That's what it looked like, because it was right at the end when that happened, and I'm like, ooh, that looked like an awkward fall.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's it.
Interesting.
But that really sucks. It's another one.
Yeah, I mean it.
And they still retain too. So now,
well,
see what they end up doing with that.
They played it off on Raw, where Paul Heyman said, "I put it in the contract that any 2 members of the division could defend the belt." So
true. They don't have 2 more. Well, I guess they got Braun Breaker. It's true. They
so
don't
you're
even
right.
have 2 healthy ones right now.
You're right. You're right about when it happened. So you described that perfectly. Michael Cole said on Raw, Logan Paul will be out for, quote, a number of months. It's a full torn tricep recovery, which is 6 to 9 months. So you figure 6 months would put you at Thanksgiving, 7 months would put you at Christmas, 8 months would put you at the Royal Rumble. So maybe the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
it'd be no point to bring him back earlier than that, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. He's healthy. He's a I'm sure he's a quick healer. Would be my guess. He could probably come back for War Games, Survivor Series ish. But why? Why? Unless there's something really, there's really no point. I think Royal Rumble makes a lot more sense to have come back at that point. Then, right?
Right. Anything that stood out from you from this pay-per-view? I mean, we talked about the results were kind of chalky.
No, that was the same boat as you. I was man, when they just ran through Becky and Soul, I was like, oh, that's really disappointing, and nothing really stood out as really good. Penta and Ethan Page put on a good show, but there was nothing. Yeah, we didn't get Seth Rollins coming out to help in that match, which would have been nice. We had no big star. I figured at least it'd be him, but none of the other big stars, which really kind of, I think, hurt it a bit. And the matches were in a sense underwhelming. Brie Bella getting, kind of cheating to win that match and extending that whole thing.
Right.
Not interesting to me at this point. And Jade, Rhea Ripley and Charlotte had a little bit of, when they got knocked together there when Jade won the match, pinning Rhea, I guess that could kind of kickstart the feud between those, but they didn't really hit it. They were happy at the end, they didn't really get into what we thought maybe of a potential breakup. So it was okay, more or less, this was more or less like a Raw show. It was Raw. Was not, there was nothing really that happened.
What other relationship does WWE have with Peacock other than Saturday night's main event now?
True, nothing. you know. But
They
then
feel
put on.
They feel
then
no
give me something.
pressure. Because it wasn't on NBC. It was only on Peacock, right?
I honestly, I don't even know. I didn't even. I just tune into Peacock. I
I don't
gotta
think they're
assume
on.
it's not on regular NBC anymore. I don't even. Yeah, I mean, I always just tune into Peacock just because that's what I got. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it says it was broadcast on Peacock and then YouTube for international. It doesn't say anything about NBC regular television, so that would make sense. I would think if you're wanting people to sign up to Peacock, you'd
Yeah,
put a little more effort.
it's only Peacock. Yeah, they're only on Peacock. So like there is no real motivation. Like I'm all for having the talent that they had on there to get over and make it a bigger spot for some of the talent that doesn't get a bigger spotlight on even necessarily a Raw or SmackDown anymore. You know, especially like we're about to talk about a WrestleMania-esque Clash in Italy card here in a little bit, you know. So I'm okay with this being like it's not the B, it's kind of like the next up kind of card ish, if that makes sense. Especially since you're putting
Yeah.
Rhea in a 6-man or woman, whatever you want to call it.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah, I would have, if I was gonna do this, I would have, you know, shined the spotlight more on Sol Ruka and like Penta and Ethan Page. Like, you know, Braun Breaker is another one that's, you know, but he wasn't necessarily even in the match. He only showed up at the end for the run in, and that was it.
Yeah.
Like, I think though, yeah, I think if you're gonna do that and highlight some of the younger talent or you know, ones that are up and coming, I'm totally down for that. I'm with you. And I think they did. I think they did a decent job with Penta and Ethan Page with their match. But yeah, Sol and Becky got 2 minutes. Like, I get why, and we totally called it last week why, but I don't know. I didn't need that on Sarah. I didn't need that on this show then.
Right. Well, let's
and no
let's
title
get
changes. No title changes.
No, well, that's the thing. Nothing really happened. You know, nothing really happened.
Right.
It was a fine enough show. Like I didn't even stay up to watch it live. I mean, I was up, but I was doing something else, and I just watched it in the morning. I kind of fast forwarded through it. Yeah.
I watched it on Sunday instead. I wasn't even doing anything Saturday. I was just like, I'll just wait. Watch on Sunday.
Yeah. So Monday Night Raw, we get a message from Brock Lesnar, you know, vowing to rule over Obafemi, you know, saying that he's didn't sit right with him. You can't kill the beast. I just never would seen Brock Lesnar's character to be the character to retire and then come back in like less than 2 months. It's less than 2 months. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like barely a month. It was a month, really.
It was
last week on Raw, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was on the
was it 17th, 19th? When was it? Mid-April there?
It was on the 18th. He came back, right? Okay.
10 days. Yeah, shit.
WrestleMania. He was on night 2, right?
He's the first match of night 2.
April 19th. Less than a month later.
Then why bother?
I don't get it at all.
Doesn't make any sense.
Come
don't. Back 3 months later at SummerSlam.
I'm happy he's back. I'm looking forward to we're going to talk about the match, but I just don't get this. Doesn't make any sense. It's almost like they were listening to the show and we're like, what a fucking dumb thing we did. Let's just bring him back and call it a, you know, we'll do a. See, the only thing they can do now is have Oba beat him again. Brock go away for a little bit, then come back and challenge him. And Oba's like, why should I give you another shot? And he's like, okay, for real, I'll put my career on the line this time.
Right. If I can't do it a third time,
where else do you go? Or does he just beat him
You can't.
again? I mean, does Brock win here and force it? You know,
A
what do you
third
do?
match.
What do you do now? We're here. What do you do now?
You're stuck. You put yourself in a bad place right now. I think you can go. I mean, I feel like you can go either way because you can have Brock Lesnar lose and then go, "What the hell am I doing? All right, I'm going to give it one more try here, and that's it for me." If you have Brock Lesnar win, you can have the third match, but I don't think it's a retirement match. Then at that point, right? I mean, because
Do you
he'd
wait
feel
till
like he wouldn't need to
SummerSlam?
retire.
Do you wait till SummerSlam, or does it happen at Clash, or not
Well, it's
Clash? I
happening
mean,
at
Night of
Clash.
Champions. Night of Champions.
yeah,
Which,
gotcha.
by the way, they're doing King and Queen of the Ring.
They are.
Yep, they announced it on
Oh, there
on
you go.
Raw because I'm pretty sure that LA Knight announced that he was going to be in it. Yeah.
I totally
So it
missed
starts.
that. All right.
So so Sunday is Clash, and then Monday they're having Raw in Italy, so that starts actually a lot earlier as well. I think 2:00 Eastern. So that night they're going to start qualifying for King and Queen of the Ring, which I think culminates at Clash of Champions. So hopefully I got that all correct from
Okay.
the Raw run through I did yesterday afternoon.
Guess I should have been paying attention to that.
I actually watched a lot of Raw yesterday.
If they if they do that, that means the championship matches will be set for SummerSlam. If they're
Well,
going
two
to
of
keep
them will
doing that,
be
right? So
because you're only
I
going to
mean,
have
that's
one.
a conversation for another day, I guess. Who's gonna?
Well,
who
right.
wins that?
Yeah, well, that's a good conversation for next week because qualifying is going to start, and I'm sure they'll announce the next round of qualifying matches soon. So we'll have a pretty good idea of who's in there. LA Knight is in there, so we already know that. So that's already a favorite to go ahead, and he's like, I want Roman, so that'd be a good opponent for Roman, I think, at SummerSlam if that's what you wanted to do. You can continue to do this because you have two champions, so you're not necessarily giving it all away. You're right. You're only committing to half of it. Yeah.
True.
Because we were wondering if they were going to do it at all,
All right.
So
I
they're
mean, they haven't
definitely
heard
not
a
making it a
thing.
pay-per-view. So
Right. That's what they did last time. So, but yeah, I mean, that's fine. Do it at Night of Champions, whatever. Yeah, it'll be that'll be interesting then because that knocks out one of them. So if you're gonna have Oba challenging for a title or whatever, then you kind of got that
if he's
set.
if he's even in it.
Well, if he's in it, I would say that's what I mean. Like if he's not in it, if you're gonna have Oba challenging someone, outside of being the King of the Ring,
right?
Then you have your other one set already. So I don't even know where they're going with that.
Right.
Because you got so many options with, and what they're going to do with Gunther. I mean, he's getting a title match here too. So it's just weird because it's just, I don't know. It feels like the whole path they were on, they just completely wiped out, like with Oba is the stupid open challenge bullshit. Gunther was retiring people and now he's just wrestling Cody Rhodes instead of, retiring other people or whatever. Like, it feels like they didn't have a direction for like some of their big guys, like, what are we doing?
Well, we're gonna talk more about that shortly. Let's get through the rest of Raw.
Right.
Penta defeated Javon Evans, who was not happy, but later apologized to Penta. Everybody's coming for that IC title, by the way. Paige,
love it.
Rusev. I think Mysterio qualifies later on in the show to be the number one contender, defeating Rusev in a number one contender match.
Yeah, we talked about that last week too. I think where it's so awesome to see that mid card. It's awesome to have a lot of challengers vying for it because that just makes it feel more important. Having the 6-man at WrestleMania, and then continuing to have more guys getting involved with bringing in Ethan Page now, and having singles with Javon and having number one contenders matches. Like, everybody wants the title, and that just makes it feel way more important. And having Penta lead the charge is pretty badass.
Yeah, I mean it's just the reason why you don't want to take it off of him too, because he has a great match with everybody, right? Like it's fun to see him have a match with people that he gets along with. He's obviously great when he goes against the heel. I didn't know they had made Ray the general manager of AAA as well, so that's kind of an interesting dynamic. Storytelling down there with Dom being the champ and all. So smart
That's
move by
pretty
the
cool.
Undertaker. Yeah, I would definitely say that's a smart move. So. We had Bailey and Lyra defeat Raquel and Roxanne, so that should have title implications moving forward. What else
Yeah.
here? Seth and Montez had an excellent match. I actually watched that entire match. After the match, both men were pretty beat up, and Austin Theory came out and beat down Angelo Dawkins with a chair. Yeah, so Seth came into the back to check on him, and Tez was back there, and they kind of decided that maybe they should put their differences aside for now and focus more on the vision. Austin Theory had a very interesting night trying to get retribution on a lot of different people. Paul Heyman
Being the
kinda
only
getting
one
in
that
his
could do
ear,
it with Logan Paul being out.
right?
It was all over the
Uh,
place.
And then finally, we had the contract signing, finally signed. So now tribal combat is official. Neither man can touch each other. So, they kind of said their piece in the ring, and then they did the little hand in hand, head to head kind of pose for the pay per view poster. But this should be interesting. What? Uh, well, let's take a break first because there's nothing really to discuss about like the promo from Monday Night Raw. It was cool. Go back and watch it if you want.
Yeah.
The contract is signed. We're getting tribal combat. But I think to start talking about that would be to start talking about Clash in Italy. So why don't we take our final commercial break right here? And before we do that, ProWrestlingTees.com/the Chair Shot, Chair Shot Radio Network, all your favorite streaming platforms. If you can't check us out live or watch us, or you just want to listen, Spotify, iTunes, etc. That's Chairshot Radio Network. And then, of course, the brand new Chairshot.com, thechairshot.com. Check out the new website. Ray Cash has put in a ton of work, tons of new articles and just opinion pieces, lots of trivia. You can find everything over at thechairshot.com. DWI 5, whatever it is. Don't drink and drive during a podcast. We'll be right back.
Now a word from my God, our sponsor.
Why should you visit thechairshot.com? Thechairshot.com is your home for hard-hitting reviews, news, opinion, and analysis with attitude. Why? Because you're smarter than the average fan. Thechairshot.com. Always use your head.
I feel like I just made the title. Welcome back to DWI 522 or 500, whatever it is. Maybe not. That's not a great title because it's in the title. DPP, BC Tunney. Shout out to AJ who was on board last week. He was just around, had the day off, and messaged me. I said, sure, what the hell? Jump on board, buddy. Let's talk some Saturday Night's Main Event, which we did. But now it's time to move on. By the way, Raw is great if you wait till Wednesday. I'm going to reiterate it again, people.
Yeah.
You go on Netflix, all the commercials are gone. And when you fast forward, like the moving little box video slides with it so you know where you are, like in a match or something, right? Or say you want to catch all the segments and all the talking, but you don't have time to catch all the matches or certain matches, you know what you're missing, you know where to go, as opposed to if you do that earlier, it just slides along blindly. You just know how much time you've passed forward. So give it a try. I enjoy it. Once they take the commercials out, if you just watch it straight through, it's like an hour 43 or something. So that's
Right.
less intimidating too. So well, let's get into it. And I mentioned it before, DP. This is like a WrestleMania night-esque card.
It's
You have
packed.
Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar, the rematch. You have Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca finally for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. You got Rhea Ripley defending her women's WWE championship, right?
Yes.
Against Jade, because Liv's the world champion. Against Jade Cargill, which has been a great build, I think, involving Alexa and Charlotte on Rhea's side so that we can get that whole Jade faction, which I think is turning into a really solid faction with Michin and VFAB, who I think could be tag team champions here in the future if they want to do something with that. You also have Cody Rhodes, which DP alluded to, defending the undisputed WWE Championship against Gunther. And I imagine Tribal Combat would go last. The OTC defending against Jakob Fatu. You know what I mean? Where to start? First, just what are your thoughts? Like, this is a better card than you'll ever get for any one night of WrestleMania anymore because you won't get both championships. You have two, like the Tribal Combat storyline and throwing Jacob at him right away and keeping it hot is brilliant. Rhea and Jade have history. Cody and Gunther has been a decent enough build. Becky and Soul is something everybody wants to see. So, like, if you ask everybody what's the one thing they want to see Sunday, I want to see Soul win the IC championship. And you get Brock and Oba back. DP, this is a stupid, sick card. And throw in the Italy crowd. This is in my mind, this is going to be the leading contender for PLE or pay-per-view in the industry of the year.
Boy, unless something disastrous happens, I mean, I don't know how they're going to beat it. Like, basically the rematch, Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill. You got 3, WWE titles on the line. You know, the women's and the 2 men's. You got one of the best mid-card stories going on with Becky and Soul. And then Oba and Brock back at it. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Like, what a card.
That is insane. Yeah. Boy, if they don't knock this one out of the park, man, I don't know what we're doing. This is going to be an awesome afternoon on Sunday.
Do you know what time it starts for sure? I think it's 1:30 Eastern.
Asking me? Oh, man.
I got it. Just keep talking.
God. Times are a problem. I don't know. I mean, do you start with Oba and Brock first again? You open with them, end with Roman?
2 p.m. Eastern. So 2 p.m. Eastern.
Fun.
Let me see something here. No, I think they already announced because I'm pretty sure that this is going to be on ESPN as well.
Oh, the first match or the whole?
No, the first hour.
First hour. I don't know. I mean, if they're going to put it on ESPN, oh boy, I don't know. You already gave them Oba and Brock one time on ESPN. Maybe you don't do it again.
Or maybe not. Oh, yeah, there it is. On actual ESPN. Oh, it's crazy. Okay, so, folks, on ESPN Sunday. And this is, noon Eastern, they're replaying Clash at the Castle.
What? Really?
Yes. And then at 2 Eastern, so it starts at 2 Eastern, the first hour is on ESPN, not ESPN2, ESPN.
Huh. That's a lot.
Okay, here we go.
You're gonna look up the Clash. Got the Castle card.
Cody and Gunther is one of the matches.
In the first hour?
Yeah.
Oof.
It's not telling me the other one. I thought they told me on Raw. But anyway, yeah. I mean, like, that's great. So that means, so I said 2 Eastern, right? So 1 o'clock here.
Yeah.
So, folks, I would say Well, 1:15 Eastern. Check out at Chairshot Media wherever you're following right now. YouTube, Facebook, or X, or on thechairshot.com. All of our live broadcasts are also on thechairshot.com as well, folks. Just so you know, that's how much fun we've been having with the website over there. So make sure you're giving the new look a check out, and shout out at It's Ray Cash. Give him his props because it looks great, and we're having a good time with a lot of new fun interactive things. So check that out. But I'm thinking we're gonna have a pre-show this Sunday, so definitely should be a nice Sunday. That's why Bandwagon Nerds will be live here on all of our social media outlets Saturday, likely at 2 Eastern as well. I'll keep you updated on my socials and at Bandwagon Nerds. Follow them. In addition, all right, let's run down the card, DP. I'll ask you what do you bring up the matches in the order you think the card's going to go. I always bring up the matches in the order I think the card's going to go. Your turn, buddy. Have fun with this one, though.
Like,
we know what's
sounds like
Cody
first. And Gunther's going to be opening the show,
and we know what's last. So yeah, I guess I didn't make it that hard on you.
I got 3 left.
Shout out to the
if they're going to get 2, nice. If they're going to get 2 on ESPN. Oh, man, I think you give probably Rhea Ripley, Jade Cargill for the title. And then Becky and Soul, Oba Brock, Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu last. Man, that's hard.
It's gonna go. That's guy,
so
girl,
hard hitting.
Guy, girl. I mean, the girls are gonna be in between everything. So like it'll be Cody.
Yeah. Well, then Oba, put Becky and Soul.
I think Rhea
second
Jade
to last
is on there. I think, yeah. So Oba will be the first match on premium.
Yeah, and then Becky.
You'll have Becky and Soul in between. Yeah, that makes the most sense.
That makes sense.
Well, talk to me about Cody and Gunther, DP.
Oh, do I have to?
What do you
want me to talk about?
What don't you want to talk about?
It's just, I don't know. The whole thing to me never really fit so far. Like Gunther, I don't know. I felt like they need to take the title off Cody. I know we've been talking about it. I know we've been talking about Cody heel turn at some point. I don't think it's happening. Doesn't feel like it's going to happen anytime soon. And it's tough because having Gunther lose to Cody shouldn't be a big deal if he's going to lose. But you've been building up Gunther to be this, guy who's retiring people, and, having him fail to win the title to me seems like a huge hit to his character by having him in this position.
You know what though? Like, doesn't it feel like it's going to, I think Gunther's going to win. It's kind of an unexpected. You wouldn't think he would win at like Clash. I mean, but then again, here's the thing: it's on ESPN. Like, he's literally going to be on ESPN. There's nothing else on at that time on Sunday. Like, let me go through like the sporting world. It's like, go ahead, you talk about it. I get back to my channel guide here. Well, not even like, but in that hour from 2 to 3 Eastern. It's not like, even if you're going up against golf, you're not going up against the last hour and a half.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a good spot for him to win it. I guess I'm not saying he's going to lose, but it's just, I don't know. We're in such an awkward spot. To me, it just doesn't feel like it's the place where he should have won it, because it just felt like they were going. It's just the directions have been so weird, and that's what's kind of killing me. And it's hard for me to see where they're going with everything at this point, because Cody losing is totally fine with me, because it feels like he should not have the title at this point, and it feels like we need something different from him. And so if they want to get going with that, great, and lead that to SummerSlam and have Gunther hold the title, fine.
You're You're going up against the soccer tournament, which I think is a play on the basketball tournament.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you do or don't know what that is.
No.
You're going up against IndyCar Racing, the Chevrolet Detroit Grand Prix. You're going up against United Football League, Orlando Storm at DC Defenders. You're going up against PGA Tour main coverage golf doesn't start on CBS until 3 o'clock Eastern. So you're going up against AVP
got nothing.
Beach Volleyball.
Whew.
ESPN literally is putting college baseball and world axe and knife throwing championships on their secondary stations to put the first hour of Clash on main ESPN.
Yeah. That's awesome. No competition. I mean, but what does that do? I mean, Gunther, we saw Gunther retire John Cena on Saturday night's main event. I mean,
I think he has to win here. There's no reason not to give him the belt.
Well, I guess that's what I was alluding to. Like, is you put yourself in this position because he's been retiring everybody. So, like, he's been built up to this. You can't really, I don't know. To me, you can't really have him lose, and that momentum and everything kind of feels like it just goes away. Like, what was the point then? You know,
Right.
like, you're gonna retire John Cena, for God's sakes. You better be winning the title here and taking down, you know, Cody Rhodes at this point. And I'm all for that. Like, I do think Cody Rhodes needs something different. And let's get on with it then, you know?
Right. Well, talk to me about Rhea and Jade. Is it time for Jade to win the title back quickly? I mean, this is the interesting thing, right? Like, who's the first one after WrestleMania to drop a title?
Right. I mean, are you gonna give it right back to Jade? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, that faction being together is really nice, and I'm sure I imagine we're going to get all of them involved again, and maybe this is where they start the struggle with Rhea and Charlotte and Alexa. They could maybe build it in here. I feel like Charlotte and Jade need to have a feud too, though. So maybe that's what's the triple threat or something at SummerSlam,
folks.
Yeah. So maybe that's where they go with this one. I mean, I think Rhea can hold on. Oh man, Rhea can hold on to the title here, and we get Charlotte involved and get a triple threat going. And that could be our SummerSlam match, which I think would be really awesome.
No, that's a good possibility. I mean, they've really kept these two as like Clash of the Titans, right? Like the best of the best, like the goddesses like of war that they come off and like they present like that, and then they've worked so well in the ring together. Like you finally feel like Jade has found someone that she moves and works with cleanly. And I don't know if that's just an overt willingness of Rhea to get Jade over in the ring, where maybe other people haven't had that opportunity necessarily felt like they wanted to do that, from what you've heard. But it's just looked better in the ring, at least in my opinion, when these two are going head to head from previous Jade combatants that I thought she would have worked well with.
I would say her latest run since when she won the title and everything, she has looked a lot better in the ring. And yeah, that could be a credit to who she's been in the ring with too. But it's felt like everything's been clicking and looking a lot smoother, and she's looked like the badass I think they want her to look like, and which has been great because having had Jade and Ripley and Charlotte stand all together toe to toe in that ring that just looks like it looks like giants, world beaters right there, and is an awesome sight.
Well, and listen, here's the thing too, right? Oh my God, like it's hilarious. My eyes disappear. Here's the thing about it though, like even AJ Styles said it, like to Triple H, like everybody should go to NXT for 6 months to a year. He goes, I should have went. I didn't know what I was doing for the first year I was here. I just held on and hoped that I did okay, right? So even just to kind of come off looking like you should look, it takes time to learn that WWE style, especially when you're coming from somewhere else as opposed to starting from scratch. Like the kids that start from scratch in the performance center and move up like as homegrown talent start there, they're at a little bit of advantage because they don't have to relearn anything. They're just learning the way that's life to them, right? Whereas if you come in and never been, when you've been all around the indies and then you're at AEW or you're at wherever else, you've learned similarities from all these different places, and then you go to WWE and it's something that's completely different that even AJ Styles says, I didn't know what I was doing. And we're talking about AJ Styles. You
Right.
know what I'm saying, right? So
the
it's
best
like
of the best.
right. So it's I'm so happy that she's taken off because this faction is good. The supporting cast she has, they're really good. And I'd like to think Michin maybe had a lot to do with her getting better in the ring because Michin is so seasoned and very good in the ring. B-Fab noticeably better in the ring as well to me when she's had her spots. So I like what they're doing. I think it's too quick to put the title back on. It could be a total thing where they could easily like Jade could get disqualified and they beat the shit out of Rhea and extend this into whatever.
Yeah, that would that would be fine with me. I do think it's just going to extend on, and we're gonna get. I'm hoping we get maybe Charlotte put into this, and again kind of make it like the IC titles, like we were talking about, where there's a couple challengers that are there, and all fighting for the title because there's just a lot of talent right there.
All right, here we are. What is it going to be? The 20? No, it'll be the
31st.
31st. It'll be the 31st. That was on the 19th. So it'll be a month and 12 days. So it'll be 42 days later, 6 weeks later from Brock retiring. 6 weeks later, we get the rematch.
42 days after WrestleMania 42. And I referenced 42 earlier.
Don't
the
like,
answer
yeah.
to life, the universe, and everything.
Right.
Is this something? Yeah. Am I onto something here?
No, you're not.
What? Oh my God. Where's Dave Ungar? It's a conspiracy theory. Where is it?
You look for a brand new edition of Unidentified History on thechairshot.com, likely Sunday.
So, what's going to happen?
Who's going to win?
I think they're doing a huge disservice if Brock Lesnar wins this match. I think you're just putting Obafemi back down to where he was then. I mean, not that he was like, not great or not the next star, but like, why you just had him beat him and put him on the top of the world, and then you're gonna have him lose to Brock Lesnar?
So the smart thing would be to have Oba win an actual really good match. Like they don't have just a complete super quick, Brock gets in some offense, but Oba basically dominates. You can have a good 12, 13-minute match where Oba just has barely enough to beat Brock. And then afterwards, you could have Brock join the Vision and have the Vision beat the shit out of Obafemi with Brock. Now you have reason for Oba to want to get another piece of Brock Lesnar.
That'd be fine with me. I having him aligned with Heyman is always a better thing. However they want to do it, and a post-match beatdown would be fine because I agree. I don't think you can have Obafemi lose. I don't think you're getting a 12-minute match though. I'd put the over/under at 6. And I'd still take the under.
Yeah, I know.
It never happens. I want it to, but it won't. It won't. It'll be 5-6 minutes.
What up, Ty? Thanks for tuning in, brother. Subscribe if you can. Follow us if you will. At Chairshot Media. Great place to follow where you can find everything. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, this is such a tough one. It's such a weird way they've booked this, right? But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I hope they give it time. I hope it is a better match. Like, is there any world where Brock just dominates him and now we just have 1-1? I mean, that, like you said, that's tough reversal, isn't it? We're already trying to swallow the pill of Brock Lesnar, 1 day short of a month being retired returns in Greensboro, North Carolina, by the way, on a
Ooh.
Raw.
Hey, it's a place to be. I've heard a lot of good pizza joints.
I'm sure there's a whole ton of NWA and WCW history down there.
Yeah, you can't. You made him the guy that supposedly retired Brock Lesnar. You can't have Brock dominate him and take him down at this point. You can't. You have to have him that you did what we were feeling they were basically doing is by putting him back in this open challenge. You made him kind of irrelevant again. You were pushing him into nothingness. And if you have him lose to Brock Lesnar, all the work you just did of having him beat Brock Lesnar goes away. And he's back to where he was. So like, you can't do that. Like that should just be a horrible decision, I think. Even if you had like, oh, we're going to have, best of 3 and we're going to have the rubber match and Noble wins that. That's too late. It's too late at that point. He's got to beat him again and show like, yeah, he's the fucking man that's going to take over, WWE for the next decade. I mean, hell, have Paul Heyman go with Obafemi. I don't know. Like,
No.
I mean, if you're going to, you just can't have Brock be back to where he was. He's got to, if he's going to retire, then you have him lose this match and maybe comes back in another 42 days and says like, look, I can't, this isn't working for me. I got to try one more time. And then that's it. I don't know. But you can't have him win here.
Brock wins or he beats him down after the match in some form or fashion. Those are your two options, really.
Yeah, I think I think there's one. Oba has to win. That's it.
We'll see. We shall see. All right, let's get to something more fun to talk about. The most fun thing to talk about on the entire card this weekend is, man, Becky Lynch is so good at her character right now. It is just unbelievably awesome. And it's not just me saying it. It's not just her saying it. It's Sports Illustrated saying it. The Bleacher Report's saying it. Like I said, the commissioner, PC Tunney, is saying it. These are important people, DP.
I mean, they're right up there. It's been awesome. And I think we had mentioned too last week that even though it ended up being a 2-minute match or whatever, that, I think Jessica Carr was going to get involved somehow as the referee because that is a big running storyline as well. And of course she did. And I see that in some way playing out again in this match because that's what the story they've been telling. And it's been absolutely entertaining to watch. And I think this is the one where finally Jessica Carr costs Becky Lynch the title somehow, I think, where either she pulls the Earl Hebner fast count type of thing, pissed off at Becky and cost her the title that way, or she just counts the pinfall and Becky lashes out at Jessica Carr after the match or something like that. But man, I think I don't think there's any reason not to put the title on Sol Ruca right now because she is just super hot right now, and I think it's time. I think it's time for Becky to give the title to somebody else.
It'd be great if she hit like the cleanest soul snatcher ever to do it as well. There's been a couple close ones, a couple of them they've had to edit for future reference, but it's such an amazing, captivating move. I would have guessed more so live, but even sitting at home watching on TV when it catches correctly, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it looks awesome. There's definitely been some botches, but I feel like she can clean that up. I mean, if you've watched any of her matches on NXT, I mean, she hits some good ones and off the top rope as well. And I think the more she gets comfortable, I think the better it'll get. Maybe not. You might be able to chalk that up to nervousness, maybe of being on the main roster.
Well, it's a tough
I hope.
fucking move too because it involves your opponent being so on time as well, right? Like they're off a little bit. You can't really adjust
Looks
much
ugly.
on your side.
Yeah, you got to be in the right spot and ready to catch because you're doing a backwards flip, putting
There's
into
no
the
adjustments
into the
when
right
she
spot.
goes. Yeah, she can't adjust, right? It's not like, I mean, I don't want to take away from it, but it's not like Randy being able to just wait till the last second to when he sees Evan Borton at the right spot to pop in. You know what I mean? Like when she
Right.
goes, she's gone and she's losing sight of you for a good split second. So
Right, you got to be there. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's got to hit the flip right, and you got to be in the right spot.
Dan, does Jacob Fatu stand a chance in hell at winning this WWE World Championship from Roman Reigns? World Heavyweight Championship, I'm sorry. And before you answer that, what does it take for him? Because it has to be, in my opinion, aligning with Solo, Tulla, and Royce Keys.
That is what it would take. Been saying it since they started this feud that, well, Solo's got to interfere here. Solo's got to get involved somewhere. Like I think the two bloodline factions need to come together in one shape or form. I mean, I know they're feuding with each other almost on the other side with what was the other Tonga
Tama?
kind of turning Tama turning on us
Shinsuke?
Solo.
Yeah, all the
Trying to keep 'em
Shinsuke's
all
back
there.
and forth stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, well, yeah, they're having their own kind of internal feud too. So like, are they going to get him involved or not? But it feels like they do. Like this feels like where we're heading. And is this the spot where they get involved? And yeah, Royce Keys maybe comes along and is the guy to join in and make that faction whole. And maybe we get Jacob Fatu as your new champ. Is Roman Reigns fall in line?
So now let's tell everybody what we really think is going to happen. Jacob Fatu is going to have to learn how to fall in line with the bloodline and the OTC because there ain't no way Roman's losing this belt on Sunday.
Yeah, not a chance.
No. I mean,
no.
I hate to say reward because Jacob's earned it. Jacob's done such great, unbelievable work, and maybe there is a world championship in his future at some point, but it's not right now, and it's not at the expense of Roman Reigns at this moment in time. It's just not. The upside and the reward was being in two main events. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
and I know they don't get paid that way really anymore, but there could still be different bonuses for different people. There could be different incentives for different people. But I know generally they don't get paid. Like it used to be, hey, you main evented a pay-per-view and you worked with the champion, you pay was better that show and everything else. Now they're pretty much salary, you know. They're all teammates.
PLEs aren't really, yeah,
But
you
at
don't
the
really
same
get
time,
extra money.
you're going to sell more merch when you're fighting Roman Reigns for the title than if you weren't. I'll tell you that. So you are making more money. You're at least getting seen more, right? So I don't think it happens here. I think the rest of the story is going to be Jacob falling in line.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's definitely Roman Reigns going over here and trying to get Jacob to, fall in line with the rest and how he's going to handle that. Similar to, I guess, in a sense, similar to what he was, with Solo. He was the wild one that they couldn't control and everything too. So I mean, they could kind of tell that on how to keep him tamed and under control with those four.
Those are the two other tribal combat matches, right? Jay and Solo.
And Solo, yeah, I think so. And unless one of them was like bloodline rules, maybe, and not the tribal combat. I don't remember between the two. But yeah, it should be fun to watch that and see where they go, because I mean I still think that's where they're ultimately going to lead is with Solo and the other part of the bloodline coming back together. Whether or not it's, maybe that's the hook moving forward and maybe towards War Games is, we got Roman, Jimmy and Jay and Jacob, and then we got the rest of the bloodline on the other side with Solo and Tala and Royce, and Jacob's the one torn because Solo brought him in, but he's trying to be loyal to Roman now, and you could tell that building into maybe another War Games match between the two bloodlines. I think that'd be kind of cool.
SummerSlam 2023, Roman defeated Jay to retain the undisputed WWE Universal Championship and remain the tribal chief in your first ever tribal combat. And then the Netflix premiere episode of Monday Night Raw, Roman Reigns in January of 2025 defeated Solo Sikoa to retain that title and necklace. So there you go. This will be the third one ever.
Yeah.
You'd have to think Roman, he's not going to lose a tribal combat. Not to him, not at this point. Maybe at the end, maybe that's the last match of his career to a member of the entire bloodline that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, hand it off to the next bloodline.
Right. I would like to think whoever that is isn't really like been in our, periphery yet.
I wouldn't think so. Like I guess unless they just can't get to that point.
Or unless Solo just starts to take the fuck off.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking is like if he doesn't want to stick around long enough to like get to the next level,
could be Solo.
Maybe they give it to Solo and he can transition it,
and we've talked about how like Solo doesn't really get to express all of his, personality yet.
I think a babyface side of him could be really fun.
Yeah, but once you catch that, he could be dangerous.
I don't know when they're gonna get that around, but that would be fun as hell to see that side.
Right?
Hopefully.
I mean, kind of cool.
Could bring them all together. I mean, we could be like, that could be the way this all ends too, is they all end up together at some point, which would be cool too. But
the problem with that is
I feel like another feud needs to happen.
Well, the problem with that is you need another side of people that are together, and that most obvious side continuously gets hurt. No matter who's involved with division, you're just going down. You're down.
Right? Yeah,
Seth
they don't
Rollins,
have another big
down.
enough faction.
Braun Breaker, down. Bronson Reed, down. Logan Paul, down.
Yeah.
The only guy we really wanted to go down, Austin Theory, is the only one left.
It's the last man standing.
Hey, you know what though? Maybe because of all of this, Austin Theory finally flips that switch. I've been enjoying him a little bit more each week. He definitely has just got the physique and the look. He's just got to get better on the mic. We got Paul here. Double or Nothing was good. I'm not sure.
As the AEW show, last AEW show was.
Oh, okay.
This last weekend.
This is a. Thanks for tuning in, Paul. But this is a WWE main roster show, so not a lot of AEW talk here. I'm sure it was great. We gave AEW a try for a good couple of years, and now I just kind of pay attention on the side. Love the promo though with Mick Foley and MJF in the ring was pretty awesome. Mick Foley still got it. Even bringing up The Rock on AEW TV. So that's about the extent of my AEW conversation for this week, Paul. But I do appreciate you tuning in, brother. We're here every week at Chairshot Media, on the website, thechairshot.com, on X, on YouTube, on Facebook, 5 p.m. Eastern every week, the two of us. Sometimes you get guests, sometimes you don't. It's like Almond Joy.
It's like Mounds. Mounds.
Sometimes you feel like an AJ, sometimes you don't.
Went to the same joke. Son of a bitch.
Oh, man. On that note, I think we're done for this week. I'm looking forward to Clash, folks. I'm telling you, this WrestleMania-esque card and this crowd, it's going to be magnifico. Is that Italian? No?
You're
Or
asking me?
Is that
The-
Spanish? I'm not sure.
The Irish German? Yeah.
Well,
Ah.
anyway, let everybody know where they can find you and this fine shoe, DP.
You can find me all over the worldwide social media interwebs at It's Me DPP. And you can follow this show at Podcast DWI on the X and Facebook.com/DWI podcast.
Yeah, Chairshot Radio Network. If you just want to listen to our podcast, they're all on all your favorite streaming platforms, Spotify, iTunes, etc. TheChairShot.com, revamped, beautifully looking new website. We got premium events going on over there. We got different articles being listed. We got coverage. The podcasts you can find the live stream of the podcast there when they're happening at Chairshot Media everywhere else. Follow me at PC Tunney. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. You guys have a great day. We'll catch you next week.